Okay, Michael Collins here. This is the OC Seals update for May 2021. We're getting into nice open water swimming season and weather. Um, our practices for the month of May are going to be, the main practices are the Wednesday morning still. We like to do things midweek so people can do other things on the weekends. We've haven't had much to do on the weekends, but I think that's going to start to change. We will still have probably 2 weekend practices, and we're still doing Monday evenings just twice. Although we had a very good turnout yesterday, we had, I think, 18 people
Wow.
late practice, and that was really fun. And the Monday evenings are going to start having an option to do a swim run combo, which will be small circuits of swim followed by run. And that's the best place to do it because the water's pretty warm. So you can go back into the water after running and do multiple swim run combos without the wetsuit after the first round. So that's the Monday plan. And like I said, as of right now, it's just going to be every other week on Mondays. If there's enough signups for the month, I may consider offering it every Monday, but I don't like to run practices that are really small turnouts. So Wednesday mornings have been fairly well attended. The input I'm looking for from people for Wednesdays is if we should move up the start time to 6 a.m. versus 6:15. So feel free to send me a note or text or something on what your preference is for Wednesday mornings, because we've been starting at 6:15 to kind of make sure it's light enough and everything, but it's definitely light enough. So we could go a little earlier, but it's cold the earlier we start. So that's my first question for you guys of input. Another upcoming thing that I would like to let everyone know about and encourage them to do is on May 15th, it's a Saturday, is the Bayshore Triathlon in Long Beach. And that's some friends of ours that run it. And so we would like to get a big group of SEALs to go there and volunteer to work at like aid stations to hand out water or monitor at different intersections and things like that. So I will be sending a note out to people with the link to the sign up for that. And I think it is on the calendar too. I had made a sign up, but Aaron, the volunteer coordinator, made one too. So I took mine down and added hers. So that puts you right into her system. But that is the 15th of May. It's a Saturday. And we'd like to go, get as many people as we can to go volunteer. So hopefully you'll participate in that. And there's a couple different time slots you can do if early or later. If you don't want to get there too early, you don't have to. But if you need to get out of there early, you can do a volunteer shift that's done earlier. As far as the weekend swims, I have dates on the calendar to do those on the 16th and also the 29th. And the 29th is the day that I'm leaving to go to Kona. I'm going to do a Kona swim camp. So if anybody wants to go to Kona and swim at 5 different beaches in 5 days, feel free to come over to that. I'm going over there for the Hanu Half 70.3 triathlon, not to do it, but to coach some athletes. And we have several people doing it. So in conjunction with that, leading up to the race, I'm going to do a different swim at various beaches, followed by some bike and run stuff for the people that want to do it. And that's based out of Kailua Kona area. So I leave on the 29th, but not till the afternoon. So we'll have a morning swim that day. But I have on the calendar for the 29th to be in Newport Beach, but the 16th is the day I haven't really picked yet. I'm thinking of possibly going back down to something like Strands and Dana Point, which we haven't been to in a while. But we don't like to just keep going to the same places. So I'm definitely looking for input from you guys on what places you really like or miss. We've been using Crescent Bay quite a bit, and that's a great spot. And it still should be okay in May. I think as we get deeper into summer, some of these places are going to be harder to find parking. So just want to keep that in mind. So that's the main gist of the May programming. The other little detail difference that you might have seen in the emails, we're back to for payment for the month, it's Venmoing to me directly. we had been using a different one, but we're not keeping up with sending people their confirmations fast enough and their logins and stuff. So for this month, we're back to Venmoing me. So if you notice that on your info sheet, it's a little different. So those are the main points that I can remember. The program is not too complicated. Every Wednesday, 2 Mondays, 2 weekend workouts, and the volunteer at the Bayshore Triathlon. So that's our kind of May calendar. And we've still continued to just kind of do a month at a time. We had looked into the possibility of doing like a summer block registration instead of just by the month. But, we're still not 100% sure on what races are coming back and what COVID things are happening and stuff. So I think we're just going to stick with the monthly plan for the time being. So with that being said, I'm going to put it back to the view of gallery so we can see everybody else and just see if any of you guys had any comments on places to go, or if you had something else along the lines of, what we're doing that you'd like to ask about. Skittles or anyone, you guys got any questions, comments?
Yeah, I got one question is about the wetsuits.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want me to text you or email you my size and the
Email.
information?
And I'm
Email,
glad
okay.
you brought that up. We are looking into getting some Zone 3 wetsuits as kind of like tester suits, demo suits to try out. I know a lot of you have Xterra suits or other suits, and you're happy and great. You don't need to change. If you have a suit that's worn out or you're looking to try something else, this is an opportunity to kind of test the suit. And I'm really a big proponent of testing different suits and see which ones work best for you. And they've got 4 main models. The new guy at Zone 3 is Ryan Dolan, who's a friend of ours and has been at other wetsuit companies in the past and has been very helpful. And I think they may be doing some stuff with the Covathlon as well and some other local races. So some good opportunity to try some different stuff and see if you like it. We definitely have had a little issues with some breakdowns of suits and seams and things like that. So I think part of that is just the amount of use that we put on them, using them several times a month versus just one race a month or something like that. Wetsuits are going to break down a little bit faster. But yeah, I would prefer an email of your size that you're looking to get, or your height and weight and the model that you're interested in. And I can't guarantee that that's exactly what we'll get in, because I know they're not necessarily in stock of everything, but I'm just going to send them the list with everybody's name and sizes and models that we'd like to try to get and see what happens. Good question. Ellen or Ronnie, you guys have any comments or questions?
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to be in Arizona the 14th through the 16th. So I won't be able to volunteer at the event. And I really won't have any input on where you guys do your beach swims since I won't be here.
Right.
So I'm not ignoring it, but
no, that makes sense.
I shouldn't have input. But as far as the morning starts on Wednesdays, I'm fine with 6 o'clock. So, whatever the group wants to do.
All right.
I am also. 6 o'clock's better. Yeah.
6 o'clock's better. You got to rush to get home to be retired, Ellen?
I'm still teaching that class, so I come home and pretend I get dressed on the top, so.
Right. Still has her wetsuit dripping on the bottom.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm likely going to move it up to 6, but not care if people roll in at 6:15 that don't have to be there quite as early. In the pool situation, we're pretty. We like people to be on time, ready to go, and start the practice together. But in the open water, I'm a little bit more flexible on kind of rolling a few people in at a time to start whatever we're doing. So I think it's fine that I'll put. You can get there at 6 to go because it's light enough. And then if people want to roll in a little bit later, they'll just start the circuit a little bit later, catch up since it's multiple laps. So that'll work out. All right,
Okay,
folks,
I
we're
gotta
not gonna
go.
make that too long then. I think we're gonna make it in less than 15 minutes, which is good. So the people that watch the recording of it don't have to sit through too much extra stuff. But thanks for tuning in. I like to do these, these live things, just to give people an opportunity to ask some questions and to go over things. As I realistically know at least Skittles will not read my info anyways. So I need to speak it out loud to people so that they know what's going on. So thanks for coming. We'll see you hopefully at a lot of events or a lot of swims we have in May and beyond. And I'll talk to y'all soon. So
Thank you.
Thank
peace out.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.